your sorrow, from the way your knees met the ground, from the rivers that slipped through your fingers without ever making a sound. You pressed your palms against winter, whispered her name to the sky, and I held every broken question that heaven would not reply. You came when the morning was silver, you came when the daylight was gone. You sat while the shadows grew longer and talked until night carried on. Your tears sank deep through the silence, like rain searching roots underneath, and every drop told the same story, a mother still drowning in grief. You brought her flowers for seasons she never got to see, wrapped love in ribbons and paper and laid it gently on me. You brought her birthdays and Christmas candles the wind could not keep, and blankets when snow covered everything, because you feared she might sleep cold beneath. You kept showing the world she was cherished, you kept proving her life had been real, and I carried the weight of your loving when your own heart was too tired to feel. I watched you arrive with small presents, bright colors against muted days, tiny treasures chosen so carefully, each one another way to say you mattered beyond your last heartbeat. You matter through all passing years. No calendar steals you from memory, no distance can silence you here. On anniversaries you trembled as time reopened the scene. You traced every number and date, like following her through a dream. You begged to lie down beside her, begged the earth to open its doors, saying please let me go where she's gone now. I cannot survive anymore. But morning kept finding your window, and somehow you kept finding me. You carried your grief like an ocean and still crossed each terrible sea. You came with your arms full of flowers, though your hands had forgotten their strength, and love kept stretching between you across an impossible length. You brought her flowers for seasons she never got to see, wrapped love in ribbons and paper and laid it gently on me. You brought her birthdays and Christmas candles the wind could not keep, and blankets when snow covered everything, because you feared she might sleep cold beneath. You kept showing the world she was cherished, you kept proving her life had been real, and I carried the weight of your loving when your own heart was too tired to feel. Then one day you came with her brother, his hand folded safely in yours. He grew taller with every returning, while grief changed its shape through the years. I watched him stand close beside you, learning the name of the ache, learning that love can keep growing around every absence it makes. You showed him the gifts and the flowers, the colors you chose for each day. You taught him he had a sister, though she lived somewhere far away. Sometimes he spoke into silence, sometimes he only stood near, and I held all the words left unspoken between a lost sister and brother still here. I watched childhood pass in his footsteps, watched seasons collect in his eyes, while you kept bringing him back to her beneath the enormous blue sky. You made every visit a promise, she will never vanish from view. As long as her name lives between us, she remains part of us too. I have worn your grief like weather, felt summer burn and winter bite. I have carried roses, snowflakes, birthday bows and candlelight. I have heard you bargain with silence, heard you plead to disappear, heard you say please let me join her when no answer met you here. But I have also watched you rise again, even when rising felt wrong. I have heard you speak her name aloud until her memory became a song. You thought you came here empty-handed, You brought her flowers for seasons she never got to see, wrapped love in ribbons and paper and laid it gently on me. You brought her birthdays and Christmas, her anniversaries too, and blankets when winter came whispering, because that was what a mother would do. You brought her brother through the years, let him grow beside her name, and though the world kept moving forward, your love remained the same. You cried enough tears to fill rivers, you prayed until language was gone, but every time you returned to her, you proved that love carried on. I have held every flower you brought her, every gift, every tear, every prayer. I have listened whenever you missed her.